na Ukraine asem and Russia so asem but who can UN is peacekeepers omo an omo sort war ni ade and so show ma Africa ha no omo nko Ukraine Gaza na ohoyi omo nko bi Israel na ohoyi omo nko bi munko ho na munko patanto kanu se musu ye peacekeepers munya maduma what in am chairman say me pese bi hu black and white troops e wo ho no ma omo ye aduma no na nya se mo ba be bisa me me di me man so e wo mi krom se me be decide for Russia and Ukraine omo kuku omo ho na me na me ka tro mo so omo kuku omo ho na afi na mababe ma answer no it's a Ghana 40 mi dwuni ko akire no omo se no ma bi wo ha e headlines ye di adwuni di agro
nti emfa ho
enya se mfa me ho nipa na omo wu no e ha me na ma tro se nkofo mbetimi asort na nkasa no omo bebre ne ho ada no omo de omo ni ho
ba we a member of UN
me a member of UN say me pese me ka tro say me ye Ghanaian
no
UN na di aduane ma me di
Ghana is a member of the United Nations
fine or they can be a member of the United Nations but now let's deal with the citizens and they ye din keke ne de atare so say Ghana we a member only was sign anyway but no kremu asem ne say enne wo hwa Ghana for your economy a crash ni ade UN for akukuru tika bia bra ye say mo ho kire mu ntimunje ECOWAS for krana yes wo no mo ye the pillar of economy of West Africa omo no mo gina ho the whole West Africa economy nyina no egu broni na egu no e na ono so broni no still a wonya wo minerals wonya wo nipa no ko e na wonya wo gold ko wonya wo oil ko obetra ho no wa ye o sa atena ho ba no kura no asem na na ye ka ho
obedwen wo ho ana obetwe wo ho
afi me ne mindful ho na mo omukora no se duru baby na se bi omuka se
into UN representative no na eba se ye vote obeka se me president se me mind de ye mfa ye ho
se me nkoka nkyere UN se ye mind de mfa ye ho na no ani se me di me fi asem enu na hia me nkrofo kom de omu ni adwuma omu ni se na makoko tena baby se me ba be vote for mo omukun wo omukuku omo na se ye mistake no ma ye no omu di kuku omo no yenso ye tena se. Okay. Yes, I'm mistaken.
You see, so I think we Africans have taken value from our people. And it's one of the reasons why I came as the new force, as the new unifier for the youth and women of this country. Because if I'm able to give the value back to them, I am going to have the biggest army in the history of Africa's population. And Africa has the biggest young population, which I believe is also the biggest labor force yet to be tapped into.
Ghana school, Mami breaking it down, sir.
Yeah.
It's not far from a scam.
Your school, no?
Yes.
Ghana's education
I'm telling you, it's not far from a scam. And I'll break it down for you. So what you see here? School nankasa yekono. Ye chere ya brochiri fu asem. Ye chere ya ankasa ekrom asem. What you see? Enti yenkyere ese ne sia yenyina yebetimi etu ye gold ne ahoro na ye dia ye gold mine na yetimi abenya sika yenkyere ese ne sia yedua ba yedua ofom yebetimi a process no na ye dia ye factories na yetimi aton ma abonten ye kyerɛkyerɛ nkrofo aba Christopher Columbus ne normal nkrofo mo ti abrochire nti yenyini ni nyina no na ye adwene saa leaders ne so omo na omo ye heroes. That is one. School no so be kwa for 21 years. You bet your school fees side would do the pinnacle of education, which is university. A one idea of much on a degree, na kopejuma papa. And to be our school in Yano, don't him say, unya degree or benya juma, na juma no muno the best shiny mamma and papa. Now OG degree in Suya, it's a nipa 720,000, which is on record.
Yeah.
Our more graduate every year of Ghana, but off record, the best 1.5 million. What you say? Oh yeah, 700 and something thousand, less than 10%, and I hear available jobs so kroma umbenya. And Okrano is who you know. Asan wenye jumano. And 90 something percent no. Omo yade.
They are holding certificates too.
Obunishe. And a degree no so. Unya Ghana degree na. O the cross Togo krana ye. But ukunya degree or have adana bibi na o the bar. And with the yamau akunya yamau cars, yamau way, yamau expert then. Into ye ankasano yet. What is the value in our degree? Say ye nya juma waha. What they call London now? Because I finished Kwame Bediako University. Then I got AAA. Then back to Sabasa. We have cleaning job manager. This that. Yeah, now pay. What I say? Yam found ko see. British Parliament say wako school Ghana Kwame Bediako University into then yeah na ye devalue.
I have the wisdom, the knowledge, and what it takes to step up for the youth and people who have been sitting down for 40 years, 50 years without saying anything but complaining. Somebody had to do something, and that's what I did.
Ufa ye minerals na. Ya sign emra, ya sign. Enya say sabio abrofo no ebe ye ti ono mu na omo abeji ye gold wo boase e no mafa omo befa ye mineral concession ewo omo be negotiate ye. Ena ye ton ye. Ena omo to ye. Ena omo tuaka. Wo hwe ye oil a. Ye discover oil no crampo no. Enya ye mpo ni discover obi na be kire ye say you have the oil in large quantities.
We pay them. We pay them to come and do the seismic for us. And you oil no. And a young kasa nyansa ye nyusunti. Ya kachire sa nkrofo na omo be hu oil no ma ye tu omo ka say na mutu a mu percent. Omo say e be fa 19 amount 10. And ye say I me won niso ade. I walk with the vision. I move very powerful. Just say idea damani so no. Ni idea sesa me ye no. Me moving so a speed na me deba. Ti wo hwekra na me di kan sem so no ni no mama ye no. 12-13 years ago no. Ni ana me ye no na nkofo kra fi se ebia. Akoy na dwere nsiso ana. Enso na ebia me di wonim dada. Maybe I be share industrialization. I see I me share say me see industrial hubs near there do what takra de na me hu say western region one sika tare ho kwa ye gold oil de cocoa ni nyina gu ho nti na ma share say ko ho me hu say ponso da ho a metimi distribute no mama other African countries nti man dem are ready for Ghana. Minim say metimi ma Ghana for abedane sika for ama Ghana ye one of the biggest countries in the world. Because we share sika no de ewo ho ye steady bibia 16 regions ni nyina sika egu ekroma amanfo etwe omun free ye kroma no ye trillions of dollars yes you sorry na millions and billions ne nam krofo krom ne e pa o macho na wan na wo hu na obetimi akobo bosia free obi krom e dia be hwe ni krom fo ahia o mo se munje na obi anya sika nto aduane ndi na odi aye ne kwan nyina asade no sika enya senim ena sika penso enye obi a opesika na onya sika na e obi a okra sika na onya sika na menim sika kora makora che me cry na me sha mpanifo bi wo ha mu didi man so kra no sika kra no agye se obedi man so ansa na bi beto ne nsem ye kora sika na che ena sika na mfiri ye ho so won pay asama sankoko oye oba nkoja ye muko
oni na ware ache ya chama afedi ya makra ni nkrofo ko mu fifiri mu bakra no ebi kra nyansasem ya akeka kire nkrofo wo China ne abroche mu kra wo kra fa ho de nya billions na yetiti Ghana ha na yeti ho ne ehwe empanyifo bi so omba abesisi ye future amaye. How
we seem to be dependent on foreign political influence from people to decide, because we can't decide on our own. That's because our governance is not relative to their governance. Their governance has become successful. They have governed their people very well. They have created a passport that goes to 200 countries, free visa. They have created all welfare for people who are sick. Taxes money are going into national development and is supporting the country, the sick, the hospitals, everything. And then they have industrial support and they have reserves of minerals that they have extracted from other countries. So these are the things that you need as a country to protect yourself, to have the gadgets of industrializing your people. That's the way you can develop their mindsets. That's the way you can develop their strength, their courage, and uplift them, because they become an average person. They become a middle income living person, and people don't like to lose that opportunity. When I know that I can get $3,000 every month as a policeman, which is 30,000 or 40,000 Ghana, and it can pay for my house mortgage, it can pay for my cars, I can pay for my children's school fees, I don't want to lose that. If anybody comes in front of me and tries to give me bribe, I will refuse it, because if the bribe stops me from getting this revenue, my whole life ends. But if you take all this value from me and strip me off, hey, even if you give me pure water for bribe, I would take it, because I think one of my children might need water.
The university challenge now me decided some the 1 million cities. The winner out of 10 universities now me choose our mo ye presentation keka mo de kyerɛ say if I want to build an industrial hub, and I say if I want to make a government, and I say if I want to have an art gallery, if I want to create business, into 10 different universities, wow, presentation ye papa no. Only the 1 million bema. Na mudi ashas ye edi business.
1 million Ghana.
Yes. At the grunti am yes ano is because I am sowing a seed capital in the university to change the narrative of education. Now ushuma ubehu say 1 million no ade ebeye no enye se me de ma ase kodi ubehu say e best schools ni nyina because say uji 1 million na utimi winning 1 million na. First of all, you have to build your own business. Out of the 1 million no 10 universities no Moshiano, they will build a network. They will come to understand capital. And before so move baby school no na omo hwehwe capital 100,000 cedis omo de be share business ase na bia obi only gone ni obi a tech omo be bom na omo invent bibi what I say me bie kwana mo omo eno is part of my manifesto enti abai no kra na omo wo dada no our strategy is very different mo be hu e bia na e mask ni sa no ma no but adwene no de e wo ho
John Mama was mentored. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was mentored. It is to me answer prekupe na umbeye a leader of a country if you have not gone through the mill or the process. You have not served as an assemblyman. You have not served as a member of parliament. You have not served as a DC. You are a businessman. You have not been mentored in politics. How do you become successful if you have not been mentored?
Well, first of all the names that you've mentioned are dignified politicians. And as you described me, I'm a businessman who have woken up to say I'm going to become a leader. Now, listen to this carefully. I said I want to lead the country. I didn't say I want to be a politician. If I wanted to be a politician, then I would have gone through the process that you're talking about. I would have loved to become an assemblyman, maybe from there to an MP, become a minister, and finally become a president through my political ambition. But there is some skills that I've acquired in leadership. And leadership is the same thing that the politician needs. You can be a politician in a position, but your leadership skills you've acquired is more needed for you to fulfill whatever promise that you've given to the people that you want to lead. Now, the difference between me and the average politician that you mentioned is that these people were not actually just mentored, but they were groomed to become a politician. Okay? I have realized that the African politics, with all the grooming and all the mentoring, the results in the past 4 decades, it's probably -0. We can't see the value that we have gained in the past 4 decades. We cannot say that this country still belongs to us. In the past 4 decades, there might have been some good governance, but most bad governance have made us lost the most. So I realized that Ghana, as a country, might not just need someone who is a skillful politician who will come to lead this country with a program that is already a template that everybody have been repeating and using. If that is something that would work, by now we would have seen it. Hopefully, but they've made millions. But you see, in America, they can simply point at Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, billionaires, on and on and on. So that is the foundation and the support of the economy. If you take these people out of the country, half of the country can fall. Because a lot of people are depending on Facebook, Instagram, this software, this, that, banking software. All the people are from the country. They're not from outside. There's nobody who's from Ghana that is doing something big for the national state of America that controls their internal affairs and their national system. Even if there is one, they will nationalize that person. You will not see him again. They will make him American. So if the value is indoctrinated into people and instilled into people, then the returns of that value becomes part of the national wealth, contribution, the support, and the skill set that is transcended onto the ones who are following.
So what can say the new IMF for Ghana? Not just a Ghana seeker, some obviously. And then akukudu ka say, "What the new IMF at the moment Ghana?"
Oh, so me share sinisi Ghana for sika semtia. Me am mitimi hu se yenim sika kra. Yenim sika pe. Yenim sika hwehwe. And Ghana for leaders ebi omo bekwa akobọ bosia. No omo de abetua road contract. Omo de betua salaries. Omo de betua normal bebre. And so yenim returns na every say sika nemu eba. Na de bia no yenam ne e pa cho for sika. Me so me nye obi a me free say me pa cho for sika. Me obi a me krasika na me build into me free say ebi a leaders ni bi wo ho a omo bae no
omo nim sika so hwe
enye me nka sika so hwe omo nim sika no investing omo di tuaka omo mfanya investment ye di tuaka they obi a contract road bi asset to no asan man sika no na bi judgment debt na e bin so every month salary 600,000 people no ma sika no na ebi adwuma omo ye no ye hu emfaso e free so ba
enti den na wo de sika no be ye
o me de be ye investment
e dey investment
ne say me hu say 15 regions wo kroma mo fa hwe nsi ho 15 regions no so na kura the most resources e wo kroma sika e wo kroma e ye trillions enti eni se ye ko bi so
and then now ka say 16 regions no be no region bia o de Ashanti region, Eastern region, Northern region bia o bibia o ye
so obia wo bibia wo ya ese sika no circulate wo economy in ka de na afi ne ade ne wo problem obia wo be hu so wo ye bibi wo sa regions we nyina no bebre eya bontin so ni nti sika no kra yen hu da
for 200-300 containers in 3 years that I bring to this country. How am I going to? I can't smuggle them out. I pay for workers, nets, this, that. I'm paying. Look, you pay all the taxes, and even as at now, taxes has overed our revenue, and we all know this. But here is the catch and the funny thing that happened. After trying to do that, you see, before that was my convention being cancelled. Okay, if you can call it whatever, government attack, whatever, I don't care. Let them do whatever. I'm doing what I have to do. But after that, they came with a tax issue. And that they should have kept that trick for later. They came too quick with that. I mean, they were struggling. They had to bring something up quickly. That, 4 days after, the commissioner of taxes was exposed. He's supposed to be retired. He's been working for 4 years. And he has been doing stuff with the government that's wrong. So how come the doctor who is supposed to cure you out of AIDS and supervise you has AIDS himself? How do you expect me to even believe them when the people who are claiming I haven't paid taxes are robbing taxes? And the government that is behind the people are also allowing them to break the law. So, this country is in a big mess. I'm sorry, Andy. We need to look at the mess that we're in and start cleaning it up and stop trying to put people in a position just to make ourselves look good. This is a radio station. It's a media platform. It's all of that. And the owner is a good person, but the owner might have 20 workers and 15 of the workers are in the pocket of government and really breaking the rules, doing what they like. So they've turned the radio or the media platform to a governmental platform. This sort of nonsense, we should cut it. Like, we're stabbing ourselves and killing ourselves and destroying ourselves. Then when we finish, we say, oh God, help us, we're hungry. Come on. We should wake up.
Yen to me and kase. Yen ma ho ho ma because as a member of the United Nations, we have ratified a lot of agreements. Ya sign to so uba na also uba betwemu a ebe de ene kofo sorry anomo de omo niema eba ha because Ghana joining the United Nations Trade Organization, it will be able to meet the niema ba no na niema free amana ne nyina eba ha enkofo ba eba ba ye adwuma we eye apam a ye president no assign. It won't so man penny be a baha. Yes, you are sign a bilateral agreement. A bako, a document. A big parliament, parliament, adopted a jitum. Bebre akoso. It is a mibusa sa questions where a near my ra. A buyer cremunina abeye ashato. To mibusa dia wu ba obey differently. So we be cremu, so we be sanu, said dena be. That is the question.
As I say, as a son.
Which ones?
Yes, but beside my question now. I'm just specific. Let me answer your question for you because so we are specific on something. But be me free say asama who can you know? We see a brofo or my back room ha. Omani ya buying a best in signing norma. Da ho. A buy no just say and no so necessary moody. Person me bisa say
Ye so ye leaders no. Ye timi fa plane ekọ America ni Europe. Ni akọ instruct yo mo se musumun sign sa no ma we na mun di so. Ansa na yamamu oil anase yamamu gold. Ye ntimi nya bi. Enti se ye begia tum se esese broni ba ye krom ansa na oni abesane agreement bi ana ya gia tum ansa na yakra ye mind dia. Na ye mistake because ade a wuntimi nya no. Memma obi emfa nya anase ade edidiwa enya wo de no. Memma ye mfa ndi wo nkrofo. Na anyebia no ye ni sa power na. We have to find a way to resist in doing it because ebia ye ko sign paper bia ye de ya ban na yakọ sign you but obekwa kohwe no na nipa 33 million e na omobre ewom na nipa ba ko penso e na obeda down e ma wo sign ye na adenti na sabrofu ya omo hye white suit omo hye blue suit ni white shirt ni red tie a omo ba ye kromi adenti e na ye mo mo be ye adwuma wa ha adenti e na adekura o pese o ka kire se nyansa wom no enti yen sign no ade na ono ankasa embe ye adwuma no wa ha ma ye hu se adwuma na wo so kwakoye wa ha na se emra na wo de yesi no ade na wonye o mikrom na mahu se eso mfaso ni na emom no utwanya na aban bi ba na wa bedada no ne na sign na wo hwe kra emremu the constitution of democracy worldwide that has to be constipated or embedded on nations should have a neutral conditions for humanity because that is law. That is a judiciary system and a legislation. If by human rights, we have to have equal shares. It's called equity, your benefits and equality. But you need sa ewo Ghana, you need sa ewo Nigeria, you need sa ewo mind bibremu. Enti ubekwa kohwemu no enkrofo bibre sign no maybe a government with another government. Now upa kohwe law ni constitution. It's a government and another government are supposed to sign business. Okay, say me baby too good. And I say me baby ye way. So no me bebre o ha ya sign here. Ebia ye ba and I say nipa wo power. It's so shame. And we been make us say monitoring and supervision. It's our biggest problem. We have the institution capital, but we don't have leaders, the right leaders who are supervising it, who are monitoring it, giving us report so there can be a good accountability. It's state revenue and state capital and state resources. It belongs to the citizen. Enye abain dia, eye omaino dia. Say you will go da, eye omain dia, enye abain dia, enye party dia, eye omain dia.
I am not interested in being in their industry. Because, yes, I like them, I will advise them, I will help them, but I think my purpose is bigger than that. My purpose is not just to be a footballer or to be a football agent. My purpose is not to be a musician, a rapper, or some music producer. My purpose, all due respect, enough respect to those people, that's what they do. But I feel like I have much more bigger purpose than that. You know, I'm here as a humanitarian philanthropist, and I believe that the value that I can add to humanity is better for me than to extract from them, than to take $10 and take gate fees for them to come and stand there and watch me or watch football or whatever it is. I want to add value to society, and that's where I've been focused on. You know, so even though I invested in those areas, when I realized that the numbers didn't relate to me that much, you know, I kind of left it, but I still connect with them. I'm still with them. So it's not like I'm not thinking about them. I just think that when I get to the industrial sector, industrial power, I'll be able to advise our industries of entertainment, fashion, and football how to structure themselves. You know, put these machines, put these plants, and connect to these people so you can distribute the product.